This is sisters Ashley and Angela.
And this is Sister Rui.
Welcome back to Sister Rui. Today, we wanted to talk all about our dad.
Our dad!
Did you put any thought into some stories at all, just before I even quiz you?
I mean, I said that I have like 3 that come to mind.
Okay.
That we reference often.
Cool.
So we're honoring our dad. 1, because it was just his birthday. And 2, it's coming up on Father's Day.
Yeah, that was the main reason. I guess. I don't know if I had 3, but for me, I think I do have 3 stories that kind of came to mind.
Okay.
As well. Do you want me to go first, or should I even ask you for some prompts?
Sure one of them
is the same.
Is the same. And now that we're
actually, now that you say that, I don't think it was.
I'm curious. I'm going with the flow.
Okay. I at first was thinking of asking if there was a time that you remember Dad being just so mad at us.
Starting off strong with an angry story.
Yeah, just because I thought.
You get on my angry eyes from Mr. Potato Head.
Or maybe it was because it was the most recent question that I asked somebody else in our family about. But I'll catch you up on everything.
Okay, so the question is a time that Dad was really mad at us specifically, or the family? Or anybody?
I guess I was thinking more it was at us, directed at us.
I just know we always reference a time where we were making puppy chow in the kitchen, and we were just laughing like we do, because when we're together, we're giddy.
Very.
And yeah, I just remember our kitchen was in our childhood home, far away from like this hallway that went down to our bedrooms. And I just remember Dad coming out of the hallway from his bedroom and like yelling at us for laughing in the kitchen. We're just like, okay, we're laughing. What's wrong with that?
I know. We were so excited, and we were just like, why is he ruining our bubble?
Honestly, this is so sad. Honestly, it gives me the vibes of the guy from the Shania Twain concert.
A little bit.
But now in retrospect, I'm like, okay, Dad would have been, I don't know how old at this point, but maybe he was just having a rough day and we were irking him.
Yeah, I don't think he was retired at this point, still working.
Yeah, maybe he was stressed out. I don't know.
Possibly.
Had a bad day.
Guess you had a bad day.
Was waiting for ya. I just sang that song to Ace the other day.
It's been a while that I've sung that one. But the other thing that makes me think, what could have solved that issue that night? A sound machine.
For Dad.
For sleeping, Because there were so many instances that we had to be quiet so that Dad could get his sleep. And now I'm just,
Was he sleeping, though? Was he out of a sleepy
It was
stupor?
A late night. Yeah.
I know it was late, but I don't remember him if he was sleeping.
Yeah, anyway.
But there were a lot of instances. Like I said, this hallway went down to our bedrooms. It was Angela's bedroom first, then our bathroom, and then my bedroom was right next to Mom and Dad's. And I remember so many times where we were, like, up late, and I don't know if they knew we were up or what, but we were playing in your bedroom.
I know. And we'd have to be so quiet and whisper.
The very specific time I remember is we had big, like, Duplo Legos that were in a huge plastic bag that was, like, bigger than a garbage bag.
Up in the top shelf in my closet.
It was in the... Yep.
And we both had to...
Ease it down.
You're like, no, not too fast.
Don't make it make sound, because it would wake up. Because you know what? They didn't have a sound machine, so they could hear every nook and cranny.
That's why I was
of
thinking.
that house.
That's what I was thinking. Sound machine would have worked wonders for them.
Probably.
It would have gotten us in less trouble.
Probably not a thing back then.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right.
So was that the one you were thinking of?
So of
being mad?
What made Dad the most mad? No, That one completely slipped my mind because
Really?
I think, yeah,
Oh.
that one was not in any of my notes.
What?
Yeah.
That's like one of my top 3 moments of Dad.
But when you said that, I was like, oh man, I didn't have that one down.
Okay, so what's yours?
Okay, so I didn't write these down in the sense of, like, what made Dad mad. I was just thinking of, some funny prompts to get either our siblings chatting, or I also just wanted to know what Dad thought was what
The angriest
made,
he'd ever been.
yeah, at us.
And
so
have
I
you
asked
talked
him.
to Dad?
I asked Dad. I talked to Dad today.
Look at you prepping.
I know.
I did not.
Well, he wanted to check in with
Your situations.
how our road trip recently was.
Yeah.
And caught up a smidge. And then I was like, Dad, I got some questions for you.
He was texting me asking if I'd heard from you because,
Yeah. Yep.
It's
So
Dad.
I just asked, I was like, Dad, do you remember when you were, like, the most mad at Ashley or me?
Ooh, that sparked something. We'll see what he says.
Do you have a guess?
I don't know what it was about, but I remember me being sent to my room, and I think I slammed the door. And I just remember something about a Pop-Tart. I don't know if I, like, snuck out and went and ate a Pop-Tart because I, like, skipped dinner that night because I was in trouble or what. But I couldn't tell you what it was about.
That didn't make his list.
Okay.
Not a Pop-Tart. He
wasn't mad about a Pop-Tart.
Responded and said, Jeremy would have been the one to make him the most mad. And I was like,
yeah,
that tracks.
They are similar, but I'm also similar to Jeremy in some
Smidge.
ways, personality-wise, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm similar with Jason for other things. I think personality-wise, I could be similar with Jeremy.
Yeah. No. The one that made him the most mad was what we've already talked about on our podcast, was when a neighbor came knocking on the door and said that you stole the glass figurines.
Oh, that's what he said was most mad about me. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't think that that's mad. I would think that's disappointed.
I know. And I was thinking, out of all of the stories I could think, like he said, Jeremy is the one that made him the most mad. Because we were the ones who really just, it's like, he wouldn't show that he was angry and upset. It was just we saw that he was disappointed. And I think that was the emotion that always came through most often.
Did he get mad about Jeremy taking his seat at the head of the table for a dinner one time? Or was that Mom getting mad at him?
I don't remember. But that wasn't
Mom
what
getting
he
mad
ended
at
up...
Jeremy.
Yeah. Those weren't instances where I think it fumed over and he really thought about. I think hindsight, he kind of laughs about it a little bit now.
Okay.
But he said, well, I'll tell you about the time that Jeremy had me woken up at 4 a.m. for having to go pick Jeremy.
Past curfew.
Yeah. But he said for you it was stealing.
I wouldn't think that, like, I don't remember him yelling at me or anything for that. I just remember getting punished, what my punishment was, which was to go to confession and miss out on the daddy-daughter dance.
And I think it was just the fact that emotion, it obviously sat with him because he wouldn't have liked punishing you. Like, it sucked for everybody involved.
I know. You were disappointed because you wanted to go to the daddy-daughter dance with me.
I know, but yeah, we've talked about that. So,
yes.
But that one was what he said about you. And then he had to think about what it was for me. Like, so I gave him an hour. I was like, Dad, you got an hour to think about some of these questions. Some of them he knew right off the bat. So he knew that one quickly. But he said the Jeremy comment first. When he called back, he was like, who was it that we were mad on the way to the airport? And I was like, that was me.
Ah, yes.
Because we were late for
Hawaii.
Trying to go we were trying to make a flight, and I don't know what I was thinking. I woke up late.
Yeah, you slept in.
I don't know who woke me up.
I don't know if you slept past an alarm or if we tried waking you up, but you were still sleeping, and I can see you in my mind sleeping in the bed and us being like, we gotta go.
And I hadn't finished all my
packing. And that was
the tipping point. Yeah, because Dad is usually the one known for, even though he says the time that we want to leave, he actually means he wants to leave 30 minutes before that time and gets everybody all worked up. No, he gets himself all worked up because he didn't really tell us the true time that he wanted to leave.
He just gets antsy before a trip. He's just ready to go.
Yeah, but he said what helped that time was Jeremy and his driving on the way to the airport helped deflect his anger, he said, that he remembered.
This had to be a different time because Jeremy wasn't on that trip.
I know. Yeah. So that makes absolutely no sense. Dad is combining some stories, but he was mad on the way to the airport for sure. And Dad probably was the one driving.
Even if it was California, Jeremy didn't come to that trip either.
Ugh. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what trip Dad was mad about Jeremy driving, but that came to mind. And again, Dad is just most mad at Jeremy all the time.
I also know that Jeremy was driving us down to a cruise in Miami, and it was like winter weather, and everyone in the van was cold, but he was like burning up because the heat was on his feet, and he didn't communicate to anyone and took an exit that no one knew was there.
Yeah, that's the only
that
time
freaked everyone out.
We all thought we were gonna just die because Jeremy's going off on.
And he's
some
like,
rant.
I knew I could see the exit, and like no one else could see the exit. And we're all just sleeping in the back of the van, except for Dad. He's sleeping in the front of the van.
Yeah.
Gave Dad a heart attack.
Gave us all a heart attack. I think I was in some kind of sleepy stupor, and all of a sudden, life flashing before our eyes because
we thought we were going to die.
Yeah, pretty much.
But was that the same trip that we came home and got a flat tire like 20 minutes from home from this long van trip?
Possibly. I don't remember, though.
Do you remember getting the flat tire?
Oh, of course. Yes. That was memorable. Dad was upset then.
I was going to say, I don't remember him losing his cool over it, though.
He was still upset because we were so close.
Well, yeah, it always sucks. Get a flat tire.
Yeah. No, but those were the two times that we apparently made Dad mad.
Okay, I know he said that he was mad at Jeremy a lot, but did Jason come up at all?
You know, not in those instances.
That's funny. I know of of a disappointing story for Jason for the parentals.
Really?
Yeah.
You gonna share it?
Yeah. He had just gotten his new car or something, and they found a cigarette butt in the car, and they thought it was his, but he swears that he got it off of that it had stuck to his shoes somehow.
I do believe that. Jason's smoking, or even
no way.
Yeah, a friend or something.
But I mean, the car didn't smell like smoke. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, but I do remember that being a big deal, and they were like, "Do we believe you?" I don't know.
I know. I do remember that, though. But I knew we were going to talk about Dad, and I tried getting some insight from the brothers.
Yeah.
On just what stories came to mind. Because one story that definitely comes to mind with Dad is the time that he almost died.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. Which I don't know if we've touched on, but yeah.
I don't think we've talked about it yet on an episode.
Yeah, we were all on a trip to Hawaii, and
Hawaii was very memorable for many reasons.
Yeah, we were almost late. It was definitely that trip you were almost late to, so I'm curious what Dad's mixing up there with Jeremy driving us.
Yeah.
And we were doing this super intense hike on a mountain, and the time that we went to Hawaii was in December, so it just rained every day.
Yeah.
And this mountain...
kind of similar how Florida is, or...
Yeah, but there's no mountains in Florida. So when you're climbing a mountain in Hawaii and it rains every day, this mud just becomes slop.
Just wet. Yeah, and we knew we were going to do a hike or two, I guess, because one of the tips that Mom at least knew was we were going to have shoes that we planned to throw out after the trip.
Yeah, completely ruined.
Yeah, because you knew it was just going to get stuck.
You were going through sludge.
Like you said. Sludge.
Sloppy sludge.
It was worse than mud.
Yeah, and you sank in it.
Yeah, stuck. It was
squished. All the S words.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we start the hike knowing it was going to be wet, and also at the beginning of the hike is the sign warning you about the risk to your life.
Well, yeah, because you can go up this hike, and then like halfway through, there's a river you can cross to then also go and continue the hike
Yeah, and get
to make it longer to like a
better
private
ending.
beach or something.
Yeah. Which we made it to.
No, we did not.
We didn't?
We did not cross that water. Are you kidding me?
Oh, did we stop before that one? We stopped
at the water.
Okay. Because I remembered the water.
The water was rapid. There were people crossing it. Ain't no way.
And we said, no, we'll live today.
Yeah. Ain't no
Anyway,
way.
so we start the hike. We see the warning sign, and there have been deaths on this hike.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we start.
And so we continue, knowing that Dad isn't like the most fond of hiking. I don't know why we decided or why he even agreed to go.
I don't know. It's a family thing to do.
I know.
You don't think Dad is a hiker?
Mom is the hiker.
Well, yeah, true.
Dad likes to go and do things, but a hiker? He would prefer something else.
Yeah, now that I think through this a little bit. Anyway, we start the hike, and it's our dad, oldest brother Jason, our mom, and then Ashley and I just bringing up the end.
Mom was behind us.
In the order. She was behind us?
Yeah, it was Dad, Jason, me, you, Mom. Mom was tailing us, and we were probably just making a game out of making it through the slop.
We were just slower. And our dad is trying to straddle the actual
Slop.
path because he doesn't want to get his shoes in the slop, even though that is purely the reason why we brought the specific shoes we brought to be in the slop.
How many times can we say slop?
Anyhow.
And yeah, Jason, and so I don't know, he gets again antsy and is just like, let's get on with it. I don't know. Picked up the pace and was trying to straddle this path, and all of a sudden we hear Dad like yelp.
Like a guttural type yelp.
And then Jason immediately being like, oh Dad.
But that's all we hear. We don't see it.
Yeah, we don't see anything. We could see Jason. So Jason ran up ahead.
Yeah, he ran. We knew Jason was running.
Yeah. And I don't even know. By the time we got there, Jason had pulled him back up, but Dad had completely slipped off of this mountainside cliff and was caught by a tree. Yeah,
the only thing that saved him, because he could hold on to it.
Yeah, was this tree. And Jason pulled him back.
And they're like skinny trees too, honestly.
Yeah,
if he got the wrong one, could have just uprooted it.
Yeah, he was lucky.
Yeah. So that is forever ingrained in all of our heads who were on that trip.
Jason saw him go over.
And I'm pretty sure that is ingrained in his memory. But that made the top list of Dad's story for Jason.
Well, yeah, had to have. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jason probably has the best memory of them because he was the oldest to remember them.
Yeah.
Like, you guys all remember a bunch of things that I just don't know because I was young.
I know. Yeah.
Jason's got 7 years on me, dude.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Like, my memory is good, but not that good.
But I love how he responds. So I'm like, Hatch, what would you say are your top 3 dad stories? And he just responds, what kind of stories?
It's a valid question when we're talking about Dad.
So he said when he went over the cliff in Hawaii.
Yep.
I'm going to see if you remember this one. So he said when he almost burned down the new kitchen with a grease fire.
I remember the story, but I don't really remember.
Yeah, I got to see if it was really the new kitchen, because I just don't remember that either. But then he goes, when he almost swung a bat at me in the middle of the night thinking I was an intruder.
Where did he keep this bat?
I think under the bed.
What? Dad
or
had
like
a
to
bat
the side.
under...
Yeah.
I don't remember Dad having a bat.
For real?
No.
I remember there being a bat.
I remember all of our photo albums being under their bed.
Yeah. But
that's about it.
But that was on really Masher's side. But on Dad's side, I think it was behind his nightstand or like under the bed. Which is really funny because I'm like, this is Jake.
A bat.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's been a couple times that we've had to wake Dad in the middle of the night. I remember I had to wake him up because I was awake late in the night, probably like 2 a.m., so that tracks for me, honestly. I've always been this way.
Mm-hmm. Started the habit young.
And So I was on like instant messenger, AIM, AOL,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
was the trend. And I finally go to bed, and on the way to my hallway bed, we had a Dutch door leading to our basement.
Oh, yeah, the Dutch door.
Yeah, and so I could hear rushing water. And I was like, what the heck? And so I go downstairs and I follow the sound. And in what we called our workroom, but it was just like an extra basement. It's where the sewer,
It was
the well,
an unfinished room with all of the utility stuff.
yeah, it had like the well, the water softener, all this stuff. And there was just a pipe out of the ceiling spraying water everywhere. And I knew in that moment, this is not a mom thing. I go to dad. Because it was never, I wake dad in the middle of the night. I always woke mom if I had like a nightmare, if I didn't feel good.
Yeah. You never wanted to wake dad unless it was absolutely critical.
Yeah, and in this moment, I knew it was dad I needed. I like sprinted up the stairs, two at a time. Ran to dad's room, but mom's still sleeping. And so I run to dad's room and I just like lightly kind of pat him on the shoulder and shake him. I've never woken dad, so I'm just like, Dad. And he does not move. And I'm like, Dad. And shake him awake. He's just like wide-eyed, looks at me like, huh? And I'm like, again, mom's sleeping next to him, like, there's water coming from the basement ceiling. And he might have actually looked at me like, huh? With squinty eyes. But when I said that, his eyes got wide. And he was like, huh? And he moved so fast, like sheets off, run down the stairs. And just like, I don't even know how he knew where to immediately put it back. But he just like put it back where it went and it was solved. And to this day, I don't know how a pipe would have shimmied out of whatever pipe this was in. But I was like, I bet you were happy I was awake at 2 a.m., huh? That could have been a disaster in 6 hours when you woke up. I also remember one time when I was sick and mom was not home because she was visiting grandma, her mother. And I was throwing up in the bathroom, which was right next to our bedrooms. Mm-hmm. And dad kind of just came out like, are you okay? I don't know how old I was, but I'm like, clearly not. And I think he just went back to bed, honestly.
Really?
I don't know what he did.
You just reminded me. Most instances, Mater is always the one taking care of us when we don't feel well.
Yeah.
But one time, I think it was when I got my wisdom teeth pulled. And dad was the only one who could have been there for whatever reason. And I remember puking up because the Vicodin, I think it was, that I had to take, it was too much for me. And I do remember puking. And I have just one snap shot of the memory where dad is the one, like, are you okay? How can I help? But that was really one of the few moments where you really see him being sensitive to our illnesses.
He wasn't really the comforter.
Yeah. But dad was always, for the most part, when he was working before he retired, he was working during the day, so he just wasn't home.
Yes.
Obviously.
So maybe we should have started this episode with what dad did.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just say some facts about our dad.
Sure. Sure, go.
So our dad was an air traffic controller for however many years, the entirety of our childhood up until retirement.
Yeah.
And worked at one of the major hubs out of the Chicago suburbs. Mm-hmm. And after he retired, he went and
coached sports.
Yeah, he coached sports for our high school and some local high schools around the area. He coached bowling, softball. And did he help basketball at some point?
I know
at our high school.
He might have
like assistant coach or something.
Maybe, but I really remember softball and bowling.
Yeah, it was mostly softball because he retired the same year you graduated high school.
Yeah.
So it was mostly when I was in high school. Some of my classmates knew him as Coach Kaz.
Yeah, but he coached my basketball team when I was in middle school.
Yes,
for at least 2 years. So that might have
He
been
was
where-
always involved in sports with us for growing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he coached our basketball when I was growing up, too.
Yeah.
Before we got to, like, middle school when it mattered. Ish.
Yeah. And then now he volunteers.
Yeah. He volunteers every week, sometimes multiple times a week, at a local pantry. He's always volunteered
It's true.
since retirement. I don't
Yeah.
know if he did it while growing up, honestly.
Where's the time, honestly? I think at this point in time.
Yeah. And
When you're in true
retirement
parenting mode before retirement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he enjoys golfing. He really does enjoy bowling. He bowled a lot. He was on a league with our mom. Mm-hmm. They did bowling league growing up.
Yeah. Got a 300.
Yeah, he's
won
had
a turkey.
Gotten a couple turkeys.
Won
Gotten
our
a couple
turkey
300s.
literally for a Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah.
For bowling a 300 perfect score.
Yeah. But he unfortunately can no longer bowl because his
Trigger finger.
his fingers.
Yeah. Locks up.
Yeah. But he also played softball. He was on a softball league that mom went and cheered him on for when they were dating and probably early parenthood, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sports, air traffic controlling. That was life for Dad.
Yes. Yep.
And now we're all enjoying his retirement life because he lives nearby to us. And he's just loving life.
Loving life, loving being a grandparent, and being retired still.
Yep.
Yep. Gosh, sister, the conversation with Dad. When I was trying to find just, what memories come up. This is so random, and you reminded me just with you saying when he was dating Mater. He brings up, he doesn't know why people have to get down on one knee and propose. He's like, I don't think I did that. And I was like, what did you do? He's like, I don't remember. I gave her a ring. And I'm just like, Dad, this is so off topic, but okay.
I feel like he's told one of them, Mom or Dad, has told us the engagement story.
I don't know. They were going off to a party, though, and they brought some kind of shrimp platter after they got engaged. I was just like, okay.
Okay, were they getting ready for a party? And
Yeah.
I think he just asked her on the side of the bed or something.
Okay, well then yes, because he wanted to make it clear that he didn't get down on a knee.
I don't remember it being on a knee, but
And I was just like, dang, Dad. I at least expected that.
To be fair, Justin did not technically bend down on a knee.
His knees are all screwed up anyway, so I'm not shocked.
Well, no, we were in water because a dolphin came out with
true,
the
true,
buoy. He just kind of did a speech.
True.
And then we did staged photos afterward.
Yeah, with the backwards ring. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why'd you have to bring that up?
Because it's obvious in the picture.
Yeah.
No, but
I got proposed to by a dolphin, okay?
yeah, that's cool. But I expected my guy to get down on a knee, whoever it was going to be. So Jake did right. So we started off this conversation with what made Dad the
Angriest.
most mad.
Yep.
And then we started going into just
Memories.
memories with Dad and the stories. So the other part of the conversation with Dad that I wanted to just see what stories come to mind when it comes to you and me, directly with him. And Dad just said that he thought I was going to be a third son. And I popped out and I wasn't.
Oh.
I was like, that's your memory of me.
How lovely in the 30 plus years that he's had with you.
I know. I was just like, that one was what came up. And I was like, okay, well, I'll jot that down as you were disappointed I was not a third son. He's like, not disappointed, just surprised. I was like, okay, all right then.
They didn't find out for any of the kids what they were going to be, right?
That's where
They
I
had
pressed.
a boy and girl name for all of us.
I guess, yeah, because then I was like, okay, so were the doctors able to know what gender we were, or you just chose? And they said, yeah, we didn't want to know for any of you kids. And for some reason, that shocked me, because I'm like, how did I not know that?
The fact that they didn't know?
I know.
Oh, yeah. I knew that they didn't know.
It's just like, wow, it seemed obvious that, yeah, of course you would be shocked if everybody else was a boy, and here I am.
Maybe she had similar pregnancy symptoms than when she had with Jeremy and Jason.
I don't know.
They didn't have as many tests and things as we do now.
True. But then he asks me, was Ashley the one that, like, passed out on a chair in elementary school and we had to go pick her up? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Passed out
so
on it.
now I have questions for Jeremy and Jason.
Stuff again.
I know. I was just like, I have questions for our brothers because I have a feeling I would know about the story if it was you, because
you passed out at church.
Yeah,
I passed out at church.
Matcha was in the background. She's like, Angela passed out in the church or whatever, and he's like, I'm not talking about church.
And I stood on the back of a chair in 2nd grade and hit my tooth and chipped it.
He did say one of you chipped a tooth. And I was like, well...
That was me.
I think it had to have been Ashley. But I didn't remember what the story was, how you did.
Well, there was a chair involved.
I think he's combining
and
both
stupidity.
of those stories. I think he's combining both of those stories because they had to go pick you up.
But they also had to pick me up.
But you fell out of a chair in 2nd grade?
I didn't fall out of a chair. Again, I said this involves stupidity.
Okay. Explain.
I flipped the chair upside down. And I was just being stupid on it. They had round...
Just standing on the chair upside down?
Yes. They had round tables and little blue chairs that you could move. They weren't like a desk, that were attached with the chair.
Right.
And I had flipped it upside down. It was probably like a recess, but it was raining, so we had to do it inside. Like, it was not during lesson learning things. And I just remember being on the back of this chair. I had flipped it upside down, and I was standing on the metal bar, and I just lost my footing and just hit. I just went perfectly with my chin and hit up, like with my teeth.
Yeah.
And with my overbite, whatever I would have had at this point in 2nd grade. I hit my tooth just right, and I chipped it, and I remember it being in my mouth, and I went and threw the tooth away.
You threw it away?
Yes, and then I went and told the teacher, and I was like, I chipped my tooth. And she sent me to the principal's office, nurse, whatever. They called mom and dad. We went to our family dentist, and he was like, do you have the tooth? I was like, no, I threw it away. Little 2nd grader Ashley. And
don't need that anymore.
He was like, I guess I'll have to fix it. And I fix it. I don't know what they did with it.
That's funny.
And it fell off one time right before a cruise, and I got it fixed immediately.
This was a permanent tooth, like adult.
I mean, your
tooth.
first teeth that leave is kindergarten, 1st grade, and it's your front tooth.
Yeah.
So it was my front tooth. This one.
Interesting.
And yeah, fixed it on the cruise. Before the cruise, it was our first cruise, maybe 3rd grade. I don't know. So a year later, it fell off right before a cruise.
You always chipping your teeth, huh?
And it hasn't fallen off since.
Wow. Knock on some wood.
And then they had installed a pegboard in our gym. And as weak stick little Ashley is trying to climb this pegboard, I pull a peg out and hit my eye.
That's what I was trying to bring
Eyebrow.
up. Yeah, I was trying to bring up. I was like, I know about Ashley almost taking her eye out. But he's like, no, it wasn't that. I
had a lot of injuries to my body.
But that's what came up for Dad, for some memories. I was like, okay, thanks, Dad.
I do remember I was sick one day, and I stayed home from school, talking about comforter type dad. Mom, again, was gone, and I had just a fever, and I was fine all day at school, and it was literally the last class. And I just remember going to our math teacher in middle school and being like, I know it's the last period, but I am not well. And he could probably tell because he was just like, yeah, go. And yeah, Dad was the one that had to come and pick me up then too.
Yeah.
I was always sick or I was hurt. What can you do?
Yeah, what can you do? So I asked other brother, Jeremy as well, if he had any stories. He was unhelpful. And then I had one for Mater that I completely forgot, but this one was what came to mind for her. She said, just the cat in the box jumping out at Christmas.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I was like, I do remember when we, for Christmas, thought
it would be funny.
Cat in a huge box.
Not a new cat. Like, this was our childhood cat that we just grabbed and put in an open box.
And just as a prank, just put her in the box.
Yep.
And I don't know who said to Dad to open the box.
I think we were all like, we got one more present, Dad. Got one more to open. And he went with a knife. And we were all like, oh, no. Like, I remember Jeremy and Jason being like, oh, maybe don't use a knife for it. It should open pretty easily.
I don't remember the knife.
I remember the knife.
No, but did our cat just, like, once he opened it, she just jumped out?
I don't know if she jumped or if she just kind of did, like, one of the little peek out where she just, like popped out and was like, what's going on? Why am I in here?
But it totally scared Dad.
It scared him good.
The bejesus out.
That one was good. I forgot about that.
I know. I was like, thanks, Mater. That one was a good one. Yeah. The only other story that I had, it was more just like a wow moment for some reason to me. For my 8th grade graduation, I didn't even know this award existed. Do you remember me getting this citizenship award?
For 8th grade?
Yeah, it was for 8th grade. And it was one of my favorite trophies because it honestly was the first time that it really resonated with me that people watch your actions and you have no idea, kind of. Like, it was one of those things. It was like a leadership.
Nerd.
Totally. But it has stuck with me because now I'm like, man, people watch you for things sometimes that you have no idea, that you see them all the time.
Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety.
Gosh.
That's
it's
mine
my
anyway.
Anxiety?
Yeah, that's the song.
I don't know this song.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, there's this citizenship award. I have no idea that this is something they do, but I received this award.
Okay.
And it is a tiny trophy, but it's a sturdy trophy. It had it looked like a shooting star.
Oh, I know this trophy.
This? Yeah. And I get this award, and after graduation, I say that I want to see it. And Dad acts weird.
Okay.
I knew something was up, but I didn't know what. I couldn't guess what was going on with it, but I find out the next day that Dad had dropped the trophy, and he felt horrible. And he spent that evening fixing the trophy.
Aw.
And you can tell, like, there was a little corner on that trophy that was dented from the fall. And the piece, you know how it was skinnier by where the shooting star, is shooting up.
Yeah.
That's where it just snapped off.
Yeah.
And so Dad ended up gluing it. And I don't know if he had to paint anything gold or what, but Dad spent the time to glue it, put it back together. And he returned it to me and fessed up that, he dropped it, he broke it. And I just remember thinking,
fixed it.
Yeah, and I just remember thinking, wow, thanks, Dad. I don't think I would have been upset if he told me that he dropped it and that he was just going to fix it regardless.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those moments where I'm like, wow, Dad really cared about this trophy that I just got. And I wouldn't have been as upset if I knew in the moment, but how was he to know that,
Yeah.
So anyway, that one just always stands out to me where I'm like, wow, Dad really tried keeping something secret to protect my, I know. I was
That's
like,
a good one.
I was like, that's so sweet.
Yeah, well, he was handy. He did good things around the house and, whatever.
Yeah. This is where I was like, okay, let's go into dadisms of just what Dad is kind of known for in our family. Things that come to mind when you think of Dad and his antics or what he really values or how the heck we absorbed what he was teaching us. And a few of them are always around the house. Like, if something needed to be fixed, he really didn't let it linger. He always
Oh, yeah.
was on it.
I think when one of the boys, Jason and Jeremy, I don't remember which one, ran their head into the wall, I think he fixed it that night, the drywall.
Yeah. So this is one of the things I think I really appreciate about him, and probably makes me so upset and uneasy when things go undone in your own personal life, because I'm like, Dad would have fixed that.
I mean, the number one thing I think that we all probably learned, whether we want to admit it or not, because I can't speak for Jason and Jeremy, but I have always attributed, probably for myself, work ethic from him.
Dad has the best work ethic out of anyone I know, probably.
And I definitely took that in my career when I was working. Mm-hmm. But then also around the house, I can do it sometimes. I've had to give myself grace because I've also learned some bad habits from Dad, sad to say.
No, we can't be perfect.
So I'm just constantly thinking my house is cluttered. But, there's good and bad, and we learn.
Yeah. So I had asked Jake, though.
Okay.
What comes to mind for dadisms for Dad?
Okay.
And he goes, well, the biggest dadism is that he comes here to our house and does things off the honey-do list.
Does he purposefully go to your to-do list?
No,
or does he
I
just
don't have
see
a
it
to-do
himself
list.
and he's just
he'll see stuff. And the thing is, too, Jake, he'll think that I set up Dad to purposefully do something that I say.
And you don't. He just comes and he's just like, Jake, let's get this done.
Yeah.
I see some dirt back here. Let's make a garden.
Yes. So Jake's example was when we built the garden, and I must have made some comment that I wished it was bigger, like slightly bigger. And Dad ended up coming over the following weekend or something and roped Jake into expanding my garden and making it just a little bigger. And I know Jake had just said, well, that was a day that we were hosting some barbecue,
family
grilling out.
Yeah, because we came over that day and they were out there.
And Jake just said, yep, and that's when I just wanted to jump into the pool after, and
I think he did.
That's what he did. So, and the other thing I remember is this is really a true example. I did not mean to have Dad fix it. I just asked Dad, how would you fix this chair that Jake had accidentally tipped over from after we vacuumed? We pull up some of the chairs, you know? And this was the bar chair in the playroom. And Jake dropped it, and it caused one of the wooden prongs to slip out of the hole.
Okay.
And it was so tight and wedged that we couldn't even push the peg back. It required sawing it down so that it would go back in. And Jake and Dad did that, and I remember Jake was upset with me because he was like, you know what you did. And I was like, I really was just asking for his advice how to fix it. Not to fix it right now, and that's what happened. He just always wants to fix things.
He's willing to help, which is also his character for, volunteering every week, too.
I know. Yeah, so the other things, I mean, there's just some random sayings that even Jason had made sure. He was like, yep, these are some dadisms.
These are some advice that we have now called dadisms that our dad has given us throughout the years. If you want me to kick it off.
Oh, yeah.
One of the ones I always go back to was I was driving to a childhood friend's house during sunset.
Oh, yes.
And he just said, you watch out for that sun. It's setting in the west.
Gotta watch out for that sun.
It sets in the west every day, Dad.
But currently now, as an adult just driving sometimes, that sun can really get low and in your eyes where
for
you
sure.
cannot see. Sometimes driving into your neighborhood, I'm like, dang.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
it's
where
like
you're
around
like,
5
Dad,
p.m.
You're like, Dad is right sometimes.
That darn sun setting in the west over there.
So, similar note with the sun, he was always telling us to watch out for deer. Because we were out in the boonies. I'm like, typical.
Which is funny because you've actually hit a deer. I mean, he's probably hit deer too.
I know, but yeah.
It's not funny. That's why he said it.
Yeah, it's true. Let's see here. So he'd always say, you're about to get a size. Jason wrote size 10, but on another family chain, it also says size 9. So who knows what size, maybe depending how upset he might have been. I don't know. But you're about to get a size 10 up your 6 o'clock.
It's a good butt whooping quote.
Yeah. He'd always say, spare me.
He still says that.
He does say that.
Yeah.
Get out of Dodge.
Oh, yeah. Get out of Dodge.
Or ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I say that. I
know,
said it like 3 times
that's
during
like a
this.
family thing. We all say, ain't no way.
Yeah. Ain't no... And it's like the way he scrunches his face. Ain't no way.
No.
Yeah.
Now I'm irate. He'd always say that.
Hey, at least he knows his emotions.
I know, which is funny though, because we're just like, man, it took us forever to find out to find stories of when he was mad. But he'd say that a lot.
Well, he gets that way. So here's the thing about Dad is he will offer to help and do all these things.
Oh my gosh.
But
Yes.
he gets frustrated in the process. And so
Yes.
it's like, okay, do you want to help? Because you being frustrated isn't helping.
Yeah.
And so it's those moments where I think he's like, well, now I'm irate.
I know.
And it's like the little things adding up. It's just he's got to regulate the little things.
Grab a spoke of the merry-go-round and hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Always saying that. Because
Yeah.
we're always like, Dad, where the heck did that come from? That's what he'll say.
Yep.
I can walk and chew gum at the same time.
I'm proud of him for that.
You don't remember him saying that stuff though?
No.
It's when he's explaining sometimes that he can multitask pretty much. And he'll be like, well, I can walk and chew gum at the same time. Like,
It's funny because he can multitask. But if he's like in the middle of a conversation, his mind is going a million miles per hour because he asks you a question and then doesn't listen to your answer. So then he continues on to another question, but then doesn't listen to that answer and then goes back to the first question. Mm-hmm. And it's a vicious cycle of Dad not listening. So maybe it's because he's multitasking.
maybe. But the next one on the list, make a long story short. He'll always say that. Or like that wasn't short.
The other one I can think of off the top of my head without referencing the list is we were all eating chicken wings. Mm-hmm. And he said, watch out for chicken bones. Don't want to choke on them chicken bones.
No, you don't. And then we found out that he had a friend who choked on a chicken bone.
I'm
pretty sure he survived, that friend. But that's the only reason I really remember that phrase, because he's like, yeah, I had a friend who choked on a chicken bone. Or he knew somebody who actually choked on a chicken bone.
Well, so you've talked to Dad, but I don't know if he's told you, but all the way up until this point in his life, he has believed that he was allergic to cherries.
Yes. Because his throat gets itchy after eating
a cherry.
cherries.
Yes, so he was very happy to tell me when I took him out for his birthday lunch. We both got sangria, and in the sangria there were maraschino
cherries?
Maraschino, I don't know why I can't say that word. There were cherries in the sangria. Mm-hmm. And he just looks at me and he's like, I've enjoyed telling everyone. Picks up the cherry. I am not allergic to cherries. And eats the cherry off the stem. And smiles at me. And I was like, hold on, what? He's like, I went to an allergist. And I am not allergic to cherries.
Why did he go to an allergist?
Dude, I don't know, but he got a whole scratch test on his back, and they did the whole 9 and confirmed he's not allergic to cherries. He thinks it's something with the pitted ones.
So he can't have pitted cherries.
He's not allergic, though. It's just something that can happen with pitted fruits. Or, pitted fruits. because he said the same thing happens with peaches, which I didn't
Really?
know. Anyway, I was like, Dad, let me tell you. I don't know if I trust these allergy tests.
Yes.
I said, is it a scratch test or was it blood work? Because my blood work tells me I'm not allergic to penicillin, but I am. If I take it or if it touches me, I react. Anyway, he happily ate his cherry and he had more sangria.
Oh my gosh.
So you didn't hear it from me when he tells you, but he's very excited to tell everyone.
That reminds me, though. He always thinks that he's the last to know things.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I was telling Jake.
But, he keeps a better secret than Mom.
Yes. But Mater, it's not like Mater hides the fact that she tells everybody. She knowingly tells everybody.
Yeah, she's proud of it.
Everybody in the family.
She's like, well, I'm the mom. I know.
Yeah,
like,
she's just
okay,
like,
Mom.
why not? And I was just like, well, sometimes I want to share the news. But regardless, Dad always thinks he's the last to know, but sometimes I think it's just because he forgets, even after we've told some details. At least current
It's
state.
possible. My other recent favorite memory of Dad was the whispering. So shout out to our previous whisper episode.
Yes.
Just listen to the beginning of it, and
That's
it's good.
funny, because he honestly doesn't try to whisper.
Yeah, but that one
But
was
he can, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun seeing him as a grandparent. It's fun seeing, because we just got a strict parent, dad, working dad. But it's just fun seeing him as a grandparent and then, like, getting to hang out with him and just go to lunch and talk.
Yeah, and now it's funny. It's just funny to hear some of the stories. And
Yeah, I feel like because we're older, he tells us more stories about air traffic controlling and working. I know he worked on the local golf course too, and so there's some interesting stories that he's told there. We just found out some story about a boat. I couldn't even tell you what it was, but he was dying laughing at the table within the last 5 years.
It's funny to see him just completely go. Like you and me,
Yes.
when we just say one sentence and get some giggling.
It was
in some giggling fit.
It was one of those instances where he got himself so worked up in laughter that he was crying and couldn't finish the story.
Those are the best.
Yes, and it was something about fishing with his brother. But
yeah, one last story that came to mind when I was asking him if I made him mad. And he just said, well, it didn't make me happy when you skunked me while Jeremy took Dad technically out for either a birthday or Father's Day thing to go fishing. And I was just visiting sometime in Florida. Must have been when I was going through a breakup or something, because I don't know why the heck I was on this boat with them fishing. Like, it was never planned. But anyway,
okay.
I was the only one, though, to catch a fish. And both of them caught, nothing. Dad caught one type of thing, but it wasn't good. Maybe a stingray. Might have been a stingray. And Jeremy caught just something small. And that was another thing that came to mind when I apparently skunked him on the boat.
That's funny. You one-upped him and he took it.
Yeah, I didn't want to be one-upped. But all in all, we're lucky with our dad. He makes us question some things sometimes because we don't want to stop laughing, and he sometimes wants us to.
Yeah.
But, as a parent, I guess sometimes our kids annoy us a little bit. I can understand now.
Yeah. I will say, we had this retreat in high school that I went to as a senior, and like I said, he had been a softball coach for like 3 years probably at this point. And I don't know, again, growing up, I just didn't really hang out with Dad a lot. And I just remember the girls always being like, your dad talks about you all the time at practice. I was like, oh, well, that's nice. I mean, I do remember he drove me to school, all through, because he had just retired. He drove me to school every year because you had gone off to college and I wasn't able to drive. He drove me every morning.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had those types of things because he was never driving me.
And he would always whisper to himself on the drive there, listening to the Cranberries and praying.
Really?
Yeah, he prayed in the car all the time.
He did pray a lot.
Yes, Dad, religious, good work ethic, hardworking, and he was, or is, a good cook.
Oh, yes. He's a fantastic cook.
Yes.
How did we not?
I literally told him...
With a green thumb.
Oh yeah, we had a garden at our town.
I miss
in our town.
the garden.
I know, it was a big, beautiful garden. He always put in so much work in his garden and in the yard, honestly. He very much was proud of our childhood home. Like, you could tell in his work ethic there.
Yeah.
Which is probably also why I care about how my outside of my house looks like, too.
I know. I do remember he said when it came to property, he was like, don't get a corner house. It's like more work than...
I have a corner
here
house.
You are. I'm like, I don't know if you would really consider me in a corner
curve.
house, but I am on a curve, and it's kind of cornerish.
You have land.
Which is funny.
Yeah. But, yeah, top meals, childhood meals that we know of for Dad. He makes his own sausages.
Yes.
We've all made
Polish
the sausages.
style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Polish style sausages. We have city chicken, which we've talked about briefly because Angela and I surprised him with it for an Easter dinner, which is not chicken at all.
Nope.
But similar to that are pork medallions. Those are my favorite.
So good.
And I just told him one of my favorite childhood memories actually is when Dad would come home from a late night shift and make himself dinner. And he would always make a shrimp stir fry.
Oh, yeah.
And
stir fries were so good.
I would always get a bite of it, and it was so good. That, and then I also just told him that he needs to teach me how to make a good scallop. Because he like a scallop,
really
and
good
anytime
scallops.
I do it, I butcher it. And I want a good scallop. Anyway, he's like, yeah, I'll get that for you. I'll show you how.
Yeah.
He's always willing to show us.
I know.
Are there any other meals?
If he doesn't know how, he'll like research the internet and then send you a million ideas for what to do.
Any other meals that I would have said that?
No, I don't know. I mean,
Well, you like the Polish noodles, but I don't know if that's something that we really had from him cooking it growing up.
yeah. The blintzes, I despised these actually growing up as a kid.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I didn't like blintzes at all. It was like a very thin type of pancake, but more egg than...
I still don't like it. Probably because I'm not a big fan of egg.
Yeah, you're not. But now, currently, as an adult, I'm like, I would eat so many of those blintzes. I'd eat 10 of them.
I eat them when we do make them, but they're not my favorite.
Yeah, they're really good, and Emma loves them.
Yeah.
Like, she is so happy when Grandpa comes over and makes blintzes. But yeah, blintzes, I would say I would add to that. And I don't know if this was more Mom or Dad, but the carrot stew. I'd always love the carrot stew.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan of carrot stew these days.
I know, but you and the carrots probably. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I think the meat, like growing up, it wasn't my favorite either. It's just very chewy.
I love it when it's perfect.
Let me tell you,
tender
though,
meat.
a good stew from Ireland, whew, that's the stuff. A Guinness stew, ooh, guys, it's delicious.
I'll make that note for when I go to Ireland.
You have to.
Well, I will.
Okay. Do you find any more dadisms to leave us off on any?
I think I'll just leave that at, to make a long story short.
Watch out for the sun setting in the west.
Oh, yeah. So, Dad, if you're listening, we love you. And even though we might make you mad sometimes, but apparently not as mad as our brother, so.
We got that at least. We know you love us all.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on our socials for all our sister nonsense.
We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at Sister Rui.